does your day look like as a founder? Because a lot of things might be going on. So why don't you describe a little bit of?
I have to wear many hats. I Let's talk day minus one, right?
Okay.
Like let's talk even before I started, right? Uh, Initially, it was just me trying to figure out, okay, what to do, how much time do I have, how much runway do I have, what am I going to invest in this venture in terms of time and capital. Then it shifted to me writing code and convincing my co-founder, who was also on the lookout for starting out, to say that, look, this is the right idea and we are the right team to build this idea. So initial days were all just me and my co-founder just writing code day in, day out alone. Lot less responsibility as well because you are not taking venture money or you're not even having like a lot of customers. You could choose what you want to do with your time. You could take days off and all of that. But consistently writing code, talking to people, trying to sell while your bank balance reduces month on month because you're not working, right? You've left your job. It's scary. Today, it's a little different. Like we are well funded, we have a team, uh, we have great people who can to take off a lot of work from me and my co-founder. But we still kind of have to wear many hats, and we have to take a lot more responsibility now because the bar is much, much higher now. There is a lot that we can deliver with the amount of capital and with the amount of time that we have. So I start my day off with a stand up around 10 a.m. We just discuss what are like the most important action items for today for every single person in the company. If anyone needs any help, then we try to help him. We The stand up is about breaking things down into two things. One is, okay, you know what to do, so great, go ahead and do it. Like there is no problem. And the other is there is something like off with this. We need to figure out how to do this, or if you're stuck somewhere, we need to solve this. So stand up is all about breaking things down into these two buckets and then solving them. Post that, the day is very, very random. Like sometimes there are meetings with clients, sometimes there are meetings with investors, sometimes it's about internal product strategy, roadmaps, etc. Sometimes it's hiring discussions. And the day usually goes on till when it needs to go on. Like there's no end to the day. It starts at 9 to 10 a.m. It goes on till no, sometimes we try to end it by 7, 8 p.m., but often it goes till like midnight and so on. Um, yeah, that is mostly how my days are. And high availability at the highest like cognitive ability is very important for us. Like I cannot say, oh, today I don't feel like working because then four or five people might get stuck with what they were working on. Yeah, and Saturday, Sundays are a little more relaxing. At least I have consciously tried to keep it this way that I don't try to compromise on my weekend because this is a time when I kind of get back to think and are we going in the right direction? Is there something big that I can move or something that I can help someone with? So that's pretty much what my life consists.
In a deep tech company, changes things are quite different than a normal big size or a mid size company, right? Because you have to deal with technical stuff, unblock people, and then figure out the roadmaps, product vision, and all stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I think here one of the things, I mean, this is what excites me about going to office every day, is we are working on like the cutting edge of technology, trying to do things that no one has ever done before. We are solving very, very scientific and heavily engineering based problems rather than operational or financial problems. So, as a nerd, as a geek, as a engineer, this is something I love doing. Having said that, it's much more difficult as well because let's say you are handling a sales org, right? And you have to meet your targets, you have to find ICPs, you have to do X number of cold calls or mails or whatever. You have to follow up, you have to close contracts, you have to do negotiations. Uh, it's not easy at all. But what is to be done, what is good, what is bad, is something that is very well understood, and there are a lot of playbooks for that. But when you're building in deep tech, there is no playbook. There is no benchmark that this is how a team is supposed to function. This is how much work that can be done in a month. This is what progress looks like. There is nothing. We take fairly mid-size, small-size bets that look, this month we can achieve this. Let's try this. If it's not, we go back, we try something else. So, what success looks like for us, what the amount of brain power it requires to make sure that we don't get something very fundamentally wrong over a very long period of time is much, much more because we are very new. The field is very new.